Hello, it's Kathleen. Welcome. Oh, it's been a couple of days of catch up here after being away in Phoenix to do the photo shoot, and I must say I came back tired and excited. So Reinvention continues. I'm deep in it now. I actually know that many of you are too, and I don't have the results of the survey completely. I have the results, but I haven't analyzed them yet, except to look briefly, but I could see that the majority of people in my tribe are struggling with purpose and finances, and they're connected. And I truly, truly not only believe, but am living the truth, the fact that when you fully not even align with purpose, but when you come from your soul in your purpose, and you may be in your own business, have your own business or work for someone else, it doesn't matter, but when you are in that place where you come from that essence, really from your love, because the doorway to your soul is your own heart, then you're provided for. I'm not telling you you'd be a millionaire that way, and you could be, but the angst is gone, because that coming from that place is free from fear, and really there is only one thing that is real, which is love. We know that from the beautiful teachings of many masters and the Course in Miracles. So it's all about what's in the way of love, and I'm aware too that and just 10 days, after 10 days, in 4 days is Valentine's Day. And wow, Valentine's Day, I used to not like it because if I wasn't in a relationship, I felt sorry for myself or became cynical about it. But it's just another reminder, reflection in the culture, to pay attention to love in all its different forms. So that's, as I go even yet deeper into this reinvention that I'm on now, this reinvention journey, there seems to be even more than ever a dissolution, a dissolving of who I was, and what's coming forth, out of the mystery really is more of who I am and more of who I've always been, and something new. And I have a video here for you to see today. Take a look at it. It's worth the time you do. Just talks a little bit about that beautiful shift from, from feeling that something is missing to realizing that everything is there. And it's these times we're in. I mean, I can say I weep more. I'm more tender. Cry for no reason. My heart's opening, blossoming, and sometimes it's harder to do work, and I have a lot to do. I'm having to use my own techniques that I teach people to focus, and also give way to just being and taking walks and talking to friends and sitting by the fire. So, yeah. So a lot more I want to share, and each week I'll share a little bit more. The old way of marketing that I was doing, which is very common, and it wasn't as extreme as some. Many of you have said, I'm glad to see you back not doing that, or I didn't know who you were when you were doing that. And I learned a lot from that way of marketing, and there's still validity when you reach out to a lot of people to, there's a reaching out that has to happen. But I'll honestly say that for a while in my learning process this year, which the curve is very steep, I adopted or took on practices and ways of being that I found out didn't work for me, and weren't a good fit. And then there was much that I learned that's been wonderful and good, and finding my own way has been what's been important. And I know that's true for many of you, and I've always been a bit of a maverick anyway, so I even I was, wow, there must be a right way to do things, and there's not just one way. We have to come from such a place of dignity and integrity, and yet let people know who we are and what we're about and what our gifts are. So I'm also doing a deep dive and really going to be very busy. So between now and next Friday, I am open to 5 more complimentary sessions, and after that I'm not going to be doing those for a while, because I'm really creating new products and offerings, and my message is coming more from who I deeply am. So so I need that time, and so anybody that's interested, let me know between now and next Friday, and I'm available. I just need to take that time to really listen, to quiet myself and listen. So I have a poem for you, and it's by David White, beautiful poet, English-Irishman. It's called The True Love. The True Love. There is a faith in loving fiercely the one who is rightfully yours, especially if you have waited years, and especially if part of you never believed you could deserve this love and beckoning hand held out to you this way. I'm thinking of faith now and the testaments of loneliness and what we feel we are worthy of in this world. Years ago in the Hebrides, I remember an old man who walked every morning on the gray stones to the shore of baying seals, who would press his hat to his chest in the blustering salt wind and say his prayer to the turbulent Jesus, hidden in the water. And I think of the story of the storm and everyone waking and seeing the distant yet familiar figure far across the water telling them, and how we are all preparing for that abrupt waking and that calling and that moment we have to say yes, except it will not come so grandly, so biblically, but more subtly and intimately in the face of the one you have to love. So that when we finally step out of the boat toward them, we find everything holds us, and everything confirms our courage. And if you wanted to drown, you could, but you don't. Because finally, after all this struggle and all these years, you don't want to anymore. You've simply had enough of drowning, and you want to live, and you want to love, and you will walk across any territory and any darkness, however fluid and however dangerous, to take the one hand you know belongs in yours. That hand is the hand of the child in you, the child of wonder, the child of purity and awe and silliness and truth. So that's my Valentine's wish for you, for all of you, and for me, for all of us. Kindness. So thank you, and get in touch if you would like a complimentary session. Be loved, and see you next week.